And off the top at 6, what's happening right now with the Washington Commanders?
Yeah, one day after Dan and Tanya Snyder announced that they were exploring the possibility of a sale, we asked our David Kaplan to find out what the process might look like. Well, he went out, got some answers, and he joins us now live from FedEx Field with more. David, what did you learn?
Well, Angie, Rob, you touched on this, but let's be very careful about the language that the Snyders used yesterday, bringing on Bank of America for a potential transaction. There's a lot of excitement in the fan community and a lot of what feels like momentum for a sale, but we do not know exactly what will happen yet. Got a chance to talk to some fans today. They definitely want to change.
I kind of liked it. I was happy. Now let's just see who can buy the team. I'm hoping he'll sell it. I'm praying he'll sell it.
People have gotten ahead of themselves in some ways.
All right, so that's Mark Gannis. He is urging caution. He would know about these things. He helped facilitate the purchase of the Carolina Panthers 4 years ago. We still don't know if it's going to be a full sale, a partial sale, or even a sale at all. But he says that potential buyers are likely reaching out to Bank of America to gain insights about what the Snyders may be looking to do. He says those conversations likely already be happening. He also says that the bank may be listening to initial offers and may well be reaching out to prospective buyers as well. Take a listen.
It will not take very much effort for a party that is interested to find the right place at the bank, and they'll be directed to the right parties at the bank. And at that point, that's when they'll ask questions. What is being sought? What are Dan and Tanya Snyder looking for? What are the options? And then they can then make decisions as to whether this is a process they want to enter.
Both Gannis and Michael Ozanian, who's the Forbes reporter who broke this story, tell me that the Commanders really are a tremendously valuable asset, and the potential for a new stadium would likely increase a buying price that much more. The last NFL team that was sold, the Denver Broncos, were purchased for almost $1 billion over what Forbes originally had them valued at. All that's to say that the price for the Commanders could go well above the anticipated $5.6 valuation. Certainly something we'll continue paying close attention to as this process plays out, likely over months, not days and weeks, is what we're told. Back to you.
All right, that is our David Kaplan live outside of FedEx Field. David, thank you. So, yeah, David mentioned a lot of money for this team, potentially almost $6 billion to purchase that. Not a lot of people have that kind of money, but there are some names that are exploring the purchase of the Commanders. Now, according to reports, Amazon's Jeff Bezos, in partnership with Jay-Z, could be one possibility. Another could be media mogul Byron Allen, who is also looking into buying the team. Now, if Bezos does make the purchase, he would become the richest owner in the NFL, obviously, while Allen, who did attempt to buy the Denver Broncos earlier this year, now he would become the league's first black owner. Now, I don't know why we are mentioning him, but Robert Griffin III has expressed interest publicly, but he is also inviting fans to buy a stake in the team with him. So he's probably
like how Green Bay does it?
Yeah, he's not.
No, you think he just?
I think he's just trying to get his name in the papers.
He's just trying to.
Yeah.